guys, we're back and we are working on the Stout again. Now we are going to start to make a template for the other side of the transmission tunnel. So as you saw last time, we welded up the other side. Today we're going to try to weld in a piece on this side. So yeah, I'm going to make a little template of that piece we need to cut there, and yeah, I'm going to cut it out and then tack weld it in, and then we should be at a pretty good spot where I just need to finish welding both sides of the tunnel and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to put you on head cam. We're going to go from here. Guys, so I've been out here welding for a bit. Man, my welder was giving me a lot of trouble, but I was able to get it figured out and get the floor pan section, floor pan sections figured out. So they're not the prettiest welds, but they are very solid, and they'll grind out and be fine. They're going to be covered anyway, so we're really just worried about their strength. But yeah, they're all welded in. They look okay. I'm gonna just grind them for a bit, and I'll show you guys where we're at. Hey guys, just finished grinding up on the floorboards a little bit. My flap disc is a little bad, so I didn't get too far, but you get the idea. It's looking pretty all right. So after a few minutes, that's what I got, and as you can see, once I grind it down for a little while longer with a little bit better flat disc, I'll get that pretty smooth. Once we get a coat of black paint on there, it'll hardly be noticeable, but it'll be covered up anyways once we finish everything in here. I'll probably do you know, I'm thinking might do some Dynamat just to cool things down and keep things quiet, and then you know, I might put like an FJ40 style rubber floor mat in here, or you know, I might cut the carpet again and put new carpet in here. I'm not quite sure. I know those rubber mats for the FJ40s can be really stinking expensive, so you know, I might not end up buying one of those unless I can find something from like an another older truck that just has like a rubber floor mat style for it. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. There's the other side all welded up, and I haven't ground down any of that yet. So we're moving right along, and you know, I'll go buy a new flat disc and get to grinding on that. You know, it's just the little stuff from here. I need to weld up the center section of the tunnel, you know, the piece that covers that there. You know, that had to be cut so it can meet with the bottom here, because you know, with the tunnel being raised up, it didn't want to sit flush anymore. We're working on the wiring harness again here. So I've got my connectors here. I actually haven't used these before now. I tried some earlier, and they work out really well. They're like the solder and shrink tubing all in one, and you just use your heat gun here and just heat it up until the solder flows around the joint. You'll still wrap the joint the same though. So what I'm working on is you know, just taking apart all those connections that we made that were temporary, and cleaning them up, and getting this shrink tubing on them and everything, and then we'll wrap the whole harness in some of this nice tape. So that's what we'll be working on tonight. Yeah, follow along. Hey guys, how's it going? We are a couple weeks after that wiring job where I was wrapping all the wiring up. Now I've got to still wire in the headlights into that loom, and I've just been waiting for connectors so I can have nice connections with that stuff, and I can unplug the harness from the headlights and everything, and tail lights and brake lights and all that stuff. So I've just been kind of waiting for that. Since then I've been able to I found a set of 1968 Mustang seats for 20 bucks, and they're in pretty rough shape, but they are the same as the 68 377 Broncos and 68 Mustangs, and the covers for those are really cheap. So I think this is a good alternative to that Honda Pilot seat that I had in here before. It just didn't really quite fit the character of the truck. I do need to make some brackets to get that seat to sit in there much nicer, but that should hopefully be pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know what color I'm going to do. I'm kind of stuck between doing a traditional black and maybe that parchment is what Ford calls it, but it's like a white color. There's also, if I wanted to spend the extra money, I could get some cool black and herringbone covers, where basically this part of the seat is black, and then the inserts are herringbone. But those are pretty expensive comparatively to just what the black and parchment ones would be. Yeah, I haven't done a lot since you last saw about the floor there. It's just welded. I haven't been grinding it down yet. Actually, I just got the flap discs with the connectors in the mail recently. I did get lucky, and I got a set of 40 series wheels, disc type wheels with the hubcap clips. So you see these here are welded rather than being riveted. And the same guy had some 60 series wheels for these guys here, and did a package deal for me for both of them. So I had just kind of been thinking about doing some 60 series wheels, and I got lucky from another forum member, the same forum, same kind of group that I got the chassis from, Colorado Rising Sun 4x4, which is it's like a Toyota specific 4x4 group. So thanks again to my fellow 4x4 Toyota friends for helping me out along this project. So what we're gonna do now is see if these wheels fit. You know, I've done a lot of research to make sure that backspacing and everything should be good for the 40 series wheels, but you know, you never know until you get them, you know, mounted and try to spin them and see what happens. Now I kind of just bought the 60 series wheels on a whim, assuming that they would probably fit, since there were discs in the front on the 60 series. So we'll see now kind of how those fit. Obviously the tires are just garbage, but this will be a good judge for maybe what kind of tire size I could go with, because right now these tires are 265 75 R16s. These are 235 75 R15s, and this one was the spare, and it's a 31 by 10.5 R15. So I've been thinking maybe I could go with the 10.5 R15, 31 by 10.5 R15 on these. Although I'd like to find something narrower if I could, and a taller tire, but we'll see. You know, I'll just keep shopping and see what I can find if these wheels end up working. So I'm gonna put you guys on a head cam, and we're gonna see how these wheels fit on the Stout. Hey guys, so you just saw we had to do some grinding to get the wheels to fit on the front there. Had to ground down the calipers on the tops. Looks like the wheels inside diameter is just a little bit smaller than that of the spare 15-inch wheel that was on the 4runner. But what also is happening is this caliper and wheel are kind of bottoming out into each other. I'm thinking I might be able to fix that with a pretty small wheel spacer. We're talking like, you know, maybe 5 millimeters or so. So something really thin should fix that, and I don't feel that is really too dangerous. You know, if it was a 1-inch wheel spacer, we'd be just getting different wheels, obviously. But as you can see, you know, the 60 series wheels look pretty good. The 40 series wheels are going to work as well with the same issue. You know, the face of those wheels just ram into that caliper. So again, I'll have to have a wheel spacer in the front, but in the rear it's perfectly fine. As far as size, you know, I'm not sure. That 235 looks a little it's a little small in the front, but in the back it looks pretty proper. So I'm not sure. It did bring in the wheel a little bit, so, or the tire, so it's not poking as much. This side still has the original, so you can see I got a little more poke on that side. So I'm glad to have the narrower wheels. Now, you know, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in the end of it all as far as wheels go. The 40 series wheels were my original intention, and since the gentleman that had the 40 series wheels had these 60 series wheels for sale, I figured I would just snatch them up because I think they look pretty good on the Stout too. You know, it looks very much more period correct than what it did with the stamped steel wheels that were from the 4runner. Still a lot more work left to do, but it's looking pretty good. Off camera, after I wrapped up the wiring harness, I just brought it in here to put it in and see kind of how it would route in here. And as you can see, it does pretty well. I've got the ECU kind of down here, and none of this stuff is really mounted yet, but it will be eventually. I need to put those butt connectors, or those connectors I just got in, not butt connectors, they're actually nice, like waterproof connectors, on the brake lights and tail lights, so I can have a quick disconnect for those. Yeah, as you can see, here's the Mustang seat from this side. Again, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do for covers, but I'm open to suggestions. So if you guys have any thoughts on or opinions on what color I should do that, I'm open to them, because I'm not you know, decisive on one or the other. So, you know, I'm thinking that with the parchment, you know, whitish cream one, the black like this one, or black with herringbone inserts that are whitish black. Yeah, so if you think one of those will look better than the rest, let me know. You know, I appreciate you guys being patient with these uploads. I have a young child and in school full-time getting my graduate degree, so, you know, I don't have a ton of time to do stuff like this, although it's, you know, what I really love to do when I have the time. So appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you look forward to the next episode, where, you know, we'll just be, you know, working towards the end goal of driving this thing. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon.